Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Ultimate Alchemy. Today we're going to work on episode 34, and from what I am calculating and figuring, this is probably going to be the last episode of the mod pack, so at least for us. So we have a few things to talk about that I have done in between episodes and a couple of crafting recipes that I'm going to share with you. I don't know what just flew over, but okay. Base is starting to get kind of laggy because I am really starting to just wear out some of the speed upgrade modification thingies plus automatic users and things like that. So there has been a couple of things that I have done, and since this is the last episode, I'm going to start down here, which is kind of odd. When we got that thing built, there was kind of a deal where we were making around 7 or 8,000 RF a tick, and that's been doing okay. But there's a little cheaty thing that I have been not using this entire time until I got into where we were working with the fusion crafting system, and that is the overclocked generators. Overclock generators, as anybody that's ever played with these before, absolutely inhale any kind of fuel you give them. The funny thing is, and this is something you can do as soon as you get the controllers or the parts to make one of these. So overclock, if I can spell, overclock generators, as soon as you have the ability to make these machine blocks and you have the gold and the lapis, and you want lots of power, these are the way to do it. And I have purposely avoided that because of the fact that I wanted to play around with these guys, the dynamos that we both have over here. And for what it's worth, this system was fine until I put the signalum upgrades in these and gave them their 3 upgrades. So I'm not making enough redstone at this point now to keep these guys happy. I can, and for that matter, put another one of these pulverizers in here to make this work. But as you notice, that one's a resonant pulverizer. And I think I even have some speed upgrades in this now just to try to keep up with this system. And these guys are chewing through as much redstone as I can hand them. Overclock generators. If you stick an infinite wood barrel on them with a item translocator and a stack upgrade, meaning glowstone, these guys, they full of fuel. Now, if you look at that, we're making, if I can get to the thing here, and this is why we're kind of having a problem. This is making 6,000 RF a tick times 2. So that's 12,000 RF a tick. There's no point even playing with extreme reactors. There's no point in doing anything else. Yes, it's super laggy because of the items and the particles and all the stuff that's flying out of these. And as we all know how these translocators work, they're kind of ugly. But considering that really all we need to do is be able to do one thing in this pack, which is continuously be able to automate clay, eventually that fuel problem is going to cause me an issue, and eventually my oil processing is going to run out. So I went and built something that's going to be automatic and, pretty much infinite. So we're making about, this much amount of power coming into the system at this point. I'm using quite a bit because I'm crafting some stuff, but that's just the way it is. So on to the other things that we have been doing, and I want to make sure we kick this off on camera. So the Galgador. The Galgador for the last rod should be ready to craft entirely. So all I need to do is press start on that, and we'll let it do its thing while we wait. So I have one left to finish. So I did this one off camera. We have one more to do, which is it's going to take care of this little problem, and that's going to take a couple of minutes to process. The fusion crafting system, there is a change that happened over here, which is instead of using the hopping item interface, I went and got a regular item interface because I found that the hopping item interface was having a hard time pushing items into the network or into these blocks. So the regular item interface it's not an interface itself, it's not an inventory, so that way we can just take whatever we put in this chest, cram it right into here, and it'll go right here, or into these fusion crafting holder majigger, whatever you want to call these things, the injectors. I have every one of these guys set to single block mode active, and of course, as we saw before, they all have some type of a whitelist going on. So currently I have a crafting recipe pattern in here for the Awakened Draconium, and Awakened is really not like anything else that we haven't seen before. It's the same recipe, except for the fact that Dragon Hearts are craftable in this pack. So that's kind of the reason why I didn't show you guys going from the one to the other. The tiers are kind of going from a wyvern to the next one. Let's see, let's get to fusion. We can just look at this real quick. Fusion, the wyvern fusion crafters just required a lot of diamonds, basically, and a bunch of draconium. So it's not like it was that hard. Yes, of course, we used a bunch of nether stars to do the trick. And you know, it's just the way that this pack works. It's not that hard to get things done once you get things sorted. And that thing, once I figured out what was wrong with it, which was the fact that for some reason I was ending up with extra wither skulls in those users before the process started. So somehow the system was sending the wither skulls first instead of the soul sand, which I did fix that. I took out everything in those users and cleaned them completely out, and then as soon as I did that, it's been working perfectly fine. So it will spawn them just as fast as I can get things in there. So the last thing that I want to do here before we go to the next process is that I want to upgrade these things to the final tier. So final tier has been kind of started and prepped. I've been doing a few things for that because a lot of it's off camera work. So we've got that guy happy and I can have my acceleration wand back. Thank you. That little guy was crafting us dragon eggs. So dragon eggs, we now have 9. Dragon eggs are a time machine, in a time machine with a regular egg and some void vapors. Void vapors are, of course, the void seeds that we've already been producing, either smelted down in a smeltery or in a magma crucible. So we've already got all those done. We've got everything we need to do for that. And of course, I've been hanging on to chickens for, a good long time. So let's put that away, and that away. Do we have our Galgador? We are still working on something. Let's just make a real quick check. That crafting is probably going to take a decent amount of time still because there's quite a few things that need to happen. I thought I told it to make all those already. What happened to my slime balls? Hang on a minute. We need to stop this. Cancel. Oh dear, what happened? Oh. Way to go, genius. Give me that cactus. There you go. Go in there, please. Thank you. I don't need any of this. Go, please. Thank you. All right. So we should be going on there. I don't know. I thought I put that in there. Let's see how we're doing as far as that is concerned now. So Gal, Gador, 1, 2, 3, 4, start. We should have everything ready to craft. It just needs to craft them. So we have to craft 53 more of the Eye of Galgador, and that's it. So go ahead, start. And then we can have that guy put into the arc furnace, and we're good to go. So the next major thing that we need to look at, I suppose, is we need to look at the actual parts that it takes to craft those fusion injectors. So the fusion injectors that we need are going to be the chaotic crafting injector, and there is a recipe that you can do this way, and I'm assuming this is the way you are intended to do this. However, I am not going to do this because there's a fusion crafting recipe that is considerably cheaper. We have to craft 9 chaotic cores. 9 chaotic cores require entropy crystals, which we already have automated. So if I just look right here, entropy crystals, I already have a bunch of them already crafted up. But if I ask for this to do this, it will just go ahead and make me 2 of them. So we can go ahead and start 2 and give it a second. Because this is basically a not a Thaumcraft process, but a Botania process that should just, it's over there crafting a rune right now, and then it's going to take that rune and cram it into a, yep, there it went. I wasn't patient enough. Cram it into the portal that we have sitting over there. Man, I just cannot think today. And then we craft the entropy crystals. The chaos shards. Chaos shards are another little funny thing. Chaos shards, of course, you can craft them from the large fragments, or you can pulverize bedrock. Bedrock is nothing more than quadruple compressed cobblestone, which I have already crafted a bunch of quadruple compressed cobblestone. So we should have about 14 of those, which is more than we need. We only need 9. If I toss that in here, that will make a bunch of bedrock, which we're getting pretty close to being done. Good. Bedrock. There's 15 pieces of bedrock, pulverized. And we get a bunch of shards from that. I'm going to make way too many just because. But, and this is the thing, this is just crazy. These are craftable straight out without using any kind of anything. So I've already got a whole bunch of awakened draconium ingots up. Just need 9 of these. So that means all I need now is some diamonds, some dragon eggs, and all of those fusion crafting injectors. So, I think I can actually set this up, although I don't really know why I would waste the processing power at this point. So let's just do this. Why are we blinking? Excuse me. We're going to grab a bunch of those. We're going to grab our dragon eggs. Dragon eggs. What else did they need? Chaos. Chaos fusion injectors are 4 diamonds each, dragon egg, and this plus the injector. So what we can do is we can come over here. This is going to be the last time I even bother with these. So we need how many diamonds per? It is 4 diamonds per, so I need at least 4 of these set up with diamonds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure there are no more diamonds in any of the system because this is the last time we're doing this. I need a chaotic core and a dragon egg. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need a chaotic core. So we're going to put the chaotic core in here. We're going to put the dragon egg in here. We're going to break that one. Don't you dare turn on your magnet. Get it? They're not losing these things this time. And we toss all of that in the system. You can have this. And away we go. There's the first one. And the problem is it's going to send it back into the system because I forgot to turn that lever on. Wow, it's going to get bad. Where did it go? Fusion. That thing. Chaotic fusion crafting injector. We place the diesel one back down. And because of how I'm having to do these, I'm taking... How did you get in there? Give me all these. Give those back. Thank you. Would like to get at least a couple of these. I guess I could be doing those. Let's do those instead real quick. So you can go down here. We can break you and do the same thing. And this is basically all I've been doing is just tossing this stuff in here and it automatically processes it for me. So what I'm going to do is we're not going to subject you to sitting through all of this. I am going to finish this up probably in a fairly short time lapse and then we will go from there. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty then, that is going to be the last one, and we are done. And we can put put him down, and we can make sure he's set to item active. So we want to make sure that they're all set to single item mode active so that we don't do anything silly, and I actually have way too many diamonds, and that's fine. Let us peel these out of here. We're going to clear all of the filters. There's only one thing we're going to craft with this. All that out. Everything should be empty. I don't need dragon eggs. Ooh, gosh, dang it. Come here, you. There we go. And everything's empty. Everything's empty. And we can remove these because I don't need them. And for that matter, I can take that pattern out of there because I'm never going to make it again. I thought you could clear these. Gotta do this. Yeah? Okay, cool. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and put this and that in there. And those can go into the system. We have to check up on our final unbreakable arc furnace rod. So Gal Gador, we have the 4 clumps we need. And put that in there. And I need the rods that should be sitting in here, which we have plenty of. Oh, love it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 unbreakable rod. Diamonds are fully automated at this point. Very good. And you guys can just chill over here and hang out and do whatever. So the entire system should now be ready to go. We have plenty of power forever. I have plenty of storage forever, even though this process doesn't really require a lot of power out of that. I think the worst part is the diamond requires like 30,000 RF. What was it, diamond? This has been a minute, so we can see here, arc furnace. Where is it? Right there. Yeah, 50 ticks. This is wow. Okay, well, that I'm just not even going to worry about it at that point. That's a lot of power, but that's where the majority of the power and the reason why we're doing that. So theoretically, all we have to do now is set up the recipe for a diamond. Our diamond clay. This. Which is going to require cobblestone, a grass block, lapis lazuli, a wither skeleton skull, diamonds, wood, emeralds, nether quartz, and podzol, plus a nether star. So let's grab all of those. We should have a few nether stars hanging out. This is the only problem. Cobble. 1 piece of cobble. Grass block, which we have plenty. Quartz. I have plenty. What else did we need? Diamonds. Emeralds. And, man, I cannot for the life of me. Clay. Wood. Wither skull. Lapis lazuli. Wood. Wither skull times 1, which we have a few left over because I got a little crazy with it. And lapis. Now we notice that fits in the entirety of one of these to make this work. So that's going to be the max amount that we can craft with that system, which is awesome because it fits inside this processing thing. And I bet you I probably could have just done it in here. Let's just look. Clay. Auto craft is the button there. Yeah, it is. Look at me. Okay, cool. So everything is in here, but we're going to use these to help set up the recipe. So I'm going to hit create on that pattern. And we need to make sure we get the right stuff. So let's put you in here. I want that. I want this. And we need podzol. See, this is the problem that I remember because it's actually, it's 10 things and I can only fit 9 in here. So that's right. We need, nope, cancel. Remove you. Podzol. You go in here. So that should be everything except the nether star in that deal. So we've got cobblestone, oak wood, lapis lazuli, podzol, wither skeleton skull, nether quartz, grass block, emeralds. Everything here should be good to go. I need a, let's see, what is this thing? And it's, man, what is with the blinky today? Exporter. 1 exporter, please. Start. Go. With a crafting card. Trying to figure out which one of these I want to do. There's my crafting card, exporter. Which one do we want to fill? That anymore. If I put you in here, now I don't need that crafting upgrade in there. I need the pattern that I left up there. Give me my pattern, please. Save. You can have that pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the thing and we're going to do this. So podzol, cobblestone, dirt, nether quartz, diamonds, emeralds, wood, to the skeleton skulls, lapis lazuli. I may just do the worst, which is going to be... I should be able to actually cheese this a little bit here, right? Problem is things stack in here. And they'll stack, they won't stack in these. The option is we can definitely just continuously fill one of these full with something, and that might just be what we end up doing so we can adjust the pattern specifically. That wouldn't actually be a bad idea. Let's see, give me this pattern back. We're going to remove the cobblestone from the system, so let's do this. We're going to take this, we're going to get rid of the nope. I want to get rid of the cobblestone and put in a nether star. And we're going to create that process. Cobble, I think I put where? Right here? Right there. No, I put it over here. Okay, we're going to change that. We're going to remove that one. We're going to put the podzol in that spot right there. And then this one is going to get an exporter, because this is all we're going to use this for cobblestone. So I don't need a crafting card at this point. So if I do that, and I grab some cable, for that matter, I could put exporters on every single one of these. The thing is these guys do not have a limiter for the amount of things that you can put into the system. So, I mean, what I could do is just pump everything in, and when I'm ready to craft it, we just craft this. Cobblestone's pretty simple, easy to do. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to run a nice little cable under the platform over here. That, because it's set on single item mode, place one piece of cobblestone in that thing. Okay, I like that. That'll work. So if I do all of this, go away. Everybody go in the system. Go, 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 go. We don't need any of you at this point. If I do all of that, it should craft clay. What are we short? We are short a diamond. Why am I short a diamond? Did I not put a diamond in that recipe? Why did I put 2 podzol? That's hilarious. Oh boy, let's go do this. Nothing but derps. Nothing but derps. Cancel all, please. Where is this? Close, clear. Why do I have 2 podzol in there? What? Oh, I do have 2 podzol in there. Look at that. 1 diamond, please. Encode pattern. Remove everything out of all of you guys, except for the cobblestone. grab our crafting table. Put all this away. Put the recipe back. Can I hit it from right here? Probably not. Pattern chest. Can I hit it from right here? Yes, I can. All right, let's do this way. Craft it. And there it goes. Must have not taken that out. That's okay. And in the system should be a piece of clay. The true clay. Right click to hand in. And just to prove I can do that again, tick, 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 tick. There it is again. Nice. That should be continuously craftable from here on out. Like I said, everything in here is set up so that we have a certain stock of all the items. There was a concern about this that I did kind of resolve because I was staring at that going, how am I going to manage to keep various things going with the slag, because we need slag to craft dirt. Dirt is being crafted because I'm making steel infinitely now. So I will have massive amounts of steel being created over a period of however long, and we will backstuff the steel process based on the slag being creative. Everything else in the system should be automated fully at this time. So coal is still being made over here. I'm going to have to put my tank back in that guy. Actually, I think all I need is a trash can now. Just check a few little things before we hand this in. Fluid, trash can, ducting. Guess I can just use that. Do I have a servo? No. Where did I get this from? Conduit. Conduit, 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 conduit. That is one of the many little things that you kind of tend to forget. But we'll just trash can you. Goodbye. Get out of here. That's the end of this. So coal will be automated forever. The parts to make dirt are automated forever because as we grow more sugar canes or various things, we continuously get that part, which will be produced up here. The dirt is processed. The liquid XP, which I don't think we even need anymore, is processed at that point. Actually, we need it for the emeralds, but emeralds are processed forever. Those are ready to go. The skulls are good. Just about everything is here, including the automation for emeralds. Everything should be automated at this point where I can continuously just push the button and make more clay. So I think with that, I'm going to go over here and sleep. Why are we blinking lights? Where's my lasers? There's my lasers. Okay. We're going to stand over here by the portal. I'm going to put this one away because I don't need it. And right-click this. Enter the end portal to finish the game. So everything should be ready to go. We've got all this stuff built. Everything's set up. I don't think there's any kind of other thing we need to worry about. How much power did that use? It didn't use that much. So goodbye, Wither Skeleton Skull. Goodbye, the mess. I think we're allowed to come back if I recall correctly anyway. So it's one of these we're just going to have fun. So let's see what's awaiting us on the other side of this portal. Just some cake. And an Eldritch pedestal. A piece of paper on it. This, my diploma. Oh, I love it. License to alchemize. We got our well done from Professor Spite and Headmaster Tema. Wonderful. We have a few other little things. There's some rare urns which we could possibly break to get out of the various things. We are in an I think it's a bedrock box. I forget. It's been a while since I think we ever made it to this point, but we have a nice little place in here. We've got a bunch of arcane lamps. And yeah, cool. There's a tiny chest. What's in the tiny chest? There's always something. Well, let's see what's over here. Looks like we're at the end of the game. So guys, I want to thank you very much for watching and giving me all the comments and all the fun stuff. This has been a lot of fun. It's one of those I've been kind of wanting to sort through this pack, so we got her done, and we're going to be looking forward to something new coming up hopefully shortly. I'm probably going to take about a 1 day or so break off, so that means Saturday we probably won't have a video, but it just depends on whether I find something to do in between then. I have thoughts as to what I want to play, and we will see what happens when we get there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.